सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रम् नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुं मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधो विधीयते. So this is the invocation prayer. Then we saw sadhana chatushtaya sampannadhikarinam moksha sadhana bhutam tattva viveka prakaram vakshyamah. So now we are going to say the method of discriminating the reality. Why? Because it is the means for liberation. And to whom are we going to tell this? Sadhana chatushtaya sampannadhikarinam, to those seekers who are qualified with these fourfold qualifications. What are those fourfold qualifications? Sadhana chatushtaya kim? Nitya anitya vastu vivekah, ihamutrartha phalabhoga viragah, shamadhi shatka sampattihi, mumukshutvam cheti. What are these fourfold qualifications? Viveka, vairagya, shamadhi shatka sampatti, meaning emotional maturity, and mumukshutvam, intense desire to be free. So, vivekaha, the ability to discriminate between what is permanent, nitya, and what is anitya, impermanent. Then viragaha, dispassion. For what? For iha means here, and amutra means thereafter or somewhere else. Artha phala bhoga, this desire to experience or enjoy the result of something gained here or something gained elsewhere. For all such results, one who has viragaha, one who has dispassion, so one who is objective towards the value of everything, and one who has understood that what he wants is something much more, and that this thing or that thing is not capable of giving him or her what the person is desiring for. Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti, emotional maturity, how we respond to situation. This seeker has mastery over mind, mastery over sense organs, so that he does so that we, let us put it as we are the seekers, we are the qualified seekers, so that we do not react to something, but there is a two-step approach instead of a one-step reaction. There is a two-step response of understanding the situation, then sitting for a while on how I should respond, and then accordingly whether to respond, whether not to respond, or how to respond. Accordingly, I behave emotionally as well while interacting. And mumukshutvam, intense desire for liberation. So these are the fourfold qualifications, and then the Granthakara himself explains each of these qualifications in detail. Nitya anitya vastu vivekah. What is this nitya anitya vastu vivekah? What is this discrimination between permanent and impermanent? What is permanent? What is impermanent? So then the text says nitya vastu ekam brahma. There is only one thing that is real, permanent, and that is Brahma, that is Ishvara. Tad vyatiriktam sarvam anityam. Everything other than that, sarvam, is anityam, impermanent, changing. Ayameva nitya anitya vastu vivekah. This alone is what we call as nitya anitya vastu vivekah, discrimination between what is permanent, what is impermanent. Then viragah kaha. What is dispassion? So Granthakara says, iha swarga bhogeshu ichha rahityam. the state of being free from desire. Desire in what? Desire in any enjoyment here. Iha means here, or swarga. Or swarga, you can take swarga literally, or you can take swarga as any of your vacation country, any of Australia, Switzerland. So any desire to enjoy, experience some result here or somewhere else, uh, one who is free from those desire, here the text says that is called vairagya. Then shamadhi shatkati, shamadhi sadhana sampatti ka. What is this shamadhi sadhana sampatti? So then the uh, sixfold means are listed: shamaha, damaha, uparamaha, titiksha, shraddha, samadhanam, cha iti. So cha iti is just and this. Okay, so cha iti is not part of the means. So what is shamaha? Shamaha kaha? Mano nigraha. What is shamaha? Shamaha is the nigraha, mastery over manaha, over mind. So mind automatically doesn't go for ice cream. Right now, when I say speak of ice cream, your mind wants an ice cream. But when your mind is, now mind automatically doesn't go after the external objects of pleasures. That is called shamaha. But okay, I told you I'm speaking ice cream, and then now you have a desire of ice cream, and let us say in your fridge there is a nice cup of cassata ice cream, and so you are thinking, after Pushtiji is done, what I'm going to do is go to my fridge, have have that ice cream, and just dig into it. So then you are thinking, okay, you know what, yes, I feel like having an ice cream, but no, I should not have an ice cream. I should have what? Damaha. I should do control. So then what happens? Damaha. So what is that? Damaha kaha? Chakshuradi bahyendriya nigraha. When you have control over your sense organs, of how much you will watch TV, how much you are going to be on phone, how much you are going to listen to music, etc., etc., how much you are going to eat or enjoy, that is called damaha. So even if you feel like you desire, you don't let your sense organs indulge in it. That is called damaha. Then uparamaha kaha. What is uparamaha? Uh, Granthakar says swadharma anushtanam eva uparamaha. Doing one's duty alone is called uparamaha, because in doing one's duty you have to let go something. And what is it that you will let go? You will let go some of your desires, some of your preferences, some of your likes. And in doing so, in living this kind of uh, lifestyle, uh, you become more accommodating of others. So this is called uparamaha. Ultimately, or other definition of uparamaha is what? Withdrawal. Withdrawal from what? Withdrawal from, our sense organs, or our mind through the sense organs go in outside objects. Like you want to watch movie, you want to watch nice, you want to hear nice classical, uh, you know, concert. So you may have these desires. So uparama in that sense is what? Now your mind, you're withdrawing your mind from all those external sense pleasures, and you are educating and training your mind to be with yourself. That is uparamaha. How to do that? Now, in this text, the method to gain such a state is being explained. So, Uparamaha Kaha, the means is given to us of how to achieve that state. Swadharma Anushtanam. By doing one's duty, what happens is in doing one's duty, you give up your likes and dislikes, your preferences, And so ultimately you are able to give up that that affinity you have for the sense pleasures, and you can be one with yourself, like in meditation. What happens in meditation is, slowly you try to internalize and try to get rid of all the occupations you have with the world, and just you try to be with yourself during that time of meditation of half an hour or 1 hour, whatever it may be. So uparamah kaha swadharma anushtanam, doing one's duty. This is a unique definition of uparamaha, so we can try to ponder upon it, and we can actually work on it. Then titiksha ka, what is titiksha, what is forbearance, what is graceful acceptance? Shitoshna sukha dukkhadi sahishnutvam, being able to tolerate the pairs of opposite, whether it be at the level of body, shita or ushna, heat or cold, whether it is snowing, as where Sajani ji is, or where when it is hot, where we are in Ahmedabad, being able to tolerate it. Sukha dukkha, our mind comes across situations and faces what? Happiness, we get elated or we get sad. So being able to take both the aspects with a certain level of acceptance, not helplessly, but with acceptance. Uh, so this is called titiksha. Then shraddha kidrushi. What is shraddha, or what kind of shraddha should we have? Then Guru Vedanta Vakyadishu Vishwasah Shraddha. This faith that whatever is coming through the mouth of Guru and Shastra is indeed correct, and it is just a matter of understanding on my part. This kind of faith pending discovery. It is true, but I still have to understand it. So faith pending discovery, that we will say Shraddha. We don't challenge what the Shastra is saying or Guruji says, but if we are not able to understand that in our life right now, uh, we uh, we don't question, we let the time pass and let the time unfold un- uh, unfold the truth before me. Then samadhanam kim? What is samadhanam? Chitta ekagrata. Single pointedness is called chitta ekagrata. So this was the sixfold Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti, emotional maturity. Uh, so two things. Uh, we say there is intellectual understanding, and the vyavahara that happens, the interactions that happens, it doesn't happen at the level of brain, it happens at the level of heart. So this Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti is training our heart, how we interact through our heart. Whereas this Viveka, Vairagya, all these are at the level of intellect. So we will, when we go through these texts, we will have the understanding where? Here. So then what do we have to do? ऐसा लगता है ना कि व्यवहार में क्यों नहीं आता, हमने पढ़ा शास्त्र बहुत पढ़ा पर व्यवहार में क्यों नहीं आता? It's because every time we have to spend time with whatever we hear and apply in whatever. Okay, this is what I have heard, what does it mean in this situation? What does it mean in my day-to-day life? We have to apply there, and we have to live our life very alertfully. So whenever we, we feel that, oh, here I am not, that Shama is not happening, Dhamma is not happening, then you have to be alert to catch it before that happens. So that alone is the sadhana. Uh, that is uh, that is where we have to spend time. That is where we have to work. that now we become more and more alert when we are living our lives, and make sure that all these values, they are not bypassed, or they are not compromised when we interact with the world. Last value or last qualification is mumukshutvam. Mumukshutvam kim? Moksho me bhuyat iti icha. What is this mumukshutvam? May there be liberation for me, this desire, and not any desire, intense desire. uh, होता है चलता है, not like that. No, I have to have moksha, I have to have liberation in this life, like that. And it should, that desire should, you know, that desire should penetrate your life, penetrate every interaction of you, and it should all other desires should fall, and this should, you know, be the one desire. Like that Arjun's, you know, when that Arjun wanted to pierce the eye of that bird, his attention is focused only on that eye of the bird, not even the bird, only the eye of the bird. All everything else is not in his mind's framework. So like that, everything else should fall off, and this liberation should be our only priority. And you know what? It is everybody's priority. It is only that they do not know that this is what their priority is. So actually, uh, mumukshutvam, everybody is a mumukshutvam. But when we get introduced to Vedanta, we become jignasu. This mumukshu becomes jignasu. This mumukshu understands that, oh, this limitless happiness is what I want actually. Uh, this is the priority after every bhoga that I am looking for. So when this person realizes this, that, oh, I am looking not for fame, I'm not looking for some house, I'm not looking for becoming rich, I'm not looking for a vacation. What am I looking for? I am looking for happiness which does not end, and which stays forever. Not just, you know, uh, not not that the happiness stays only when I am in Ahmedabad, or when I'm in Switzerland, and when I come back to Ahmedabad, then it is gone. No, I want happiness which stays with me forever, every time, in every state, whether it is waking, dream, or deep sleep. This is what I want. So when this understanding happens, then this priority, this so-called priority, it changes, and then slowly this person realizes, okay, this is what I have been wanting for not only this life, all my life so far. uh, this is what I have been striving for, and now that I've realized that there is such a thing called limitless happiness, and it's not that it is out of my reach, it is within my reach, then I want to know it. And so when this conviction happens, then this person becomes a jignasu, then this person wants to know uh, what is my swarupa. Then it is not about something outside that I have to gain, something that is existing which I have to discover, like that 10th boy. So we already are, all of us are the 10th girl. To respect Sajni ji, I'm going to say all, and because this is a girls group, women's power. So all of us are what? Uh, 10th, or here we have majority of 3. So third, all of us are what? Third woman. And so we have to discover, it's a matter of discovering that so far it was just that I forgot to count myself. And so it is praptasya prapti, this moksha, this liberation, this freedom that I am anticipating is already an existing fact about me, and it is just that I have to discover it. So now then we started entering the text. Tattva vivekaha kaha. What is this uh, inquiry into the truth, or what is the discrimination of this tattvaha, the reality? To that, uh, the Granthakara says, Atma Satyam Tadanyat Sarvam Mithya Iti. Atma is the truth, and everything other than Atma is Mithya. Atma means what? Atma means I. Which I? That we will discover. Not the I that I consider right now. The I that the Granthakara intends to convey. Right now, along with the real I take many other elements to be the I. So, what the Granthakara will do through the process of this text is those non-I things he will make us shed. And then what remains is that real I. So that I is Satyam, that real I is Satyam, and everything other than that is Mithya. So we talked at length of what Satya and Mithya is. Uh, we said how Satya is that which never changes. And what is Mithya? Mithya appears before us as if it is true, as if it is useful, as if it is something tangible. But just because something is useful, just because something is tangible, does not mean it is Satya, right? So we took an example that I see this blue bottle. Is this real? Is this Satya or Mithya? Well, I would say this is useful. I can see it. I can see it, so it is real. I can feel it, so it is real. It hurts. See, if I bang it, if I would bang like this, it would hurt. I would have to go to hospital. It's real. It keeps my water hot. It's useful. But then I will challenge. What happened yesterday night when you went to sleep and this bottle was right beside you? And in the dream, you were so thirsty, you were looking for water everywhere. Water, this bottle was right beside you. Was it helpful then? So, uh, just because it is useful during our waking state or during one instance of our life, does it mean it is available all the time? It is not. So, in this way, uh, just because something is useful doesn't mean it is Satya. So our whole orientation, how we call what is real, that which we see, that which we can perceive, which we can experience, that which we can feel, that which we can touch, that which we can, that which is useful, this to us is what? Real. And so that thing is negated right away. That is not Satya. What is Satya? Satya is that which cannot be negated. If this thing which I call useful, which I experience, which I can see, etc., if this was real, then it should have been able to, then it should be there all the time. Even in my dream, it should be, it should be available to me. But it is not. this water bottle of my waking state is not available to me in my dream state, nor in my sushupti, nor in my deep sleep state. So the things that I experience in one state, in my waking state, they do not have entry in my dream state. And those things that are in my dream state, they do not have entry in my waking state. So in this manner, even though things in waking I feel are useful, etc., they are mm, they they do not they are not able to give me pleasure, etc. They are not able to fulfill my needs in my dream state. So they are mutually exclusive. All these things are mutually exclusive when we review each of these state: waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. And so Vedanta wants us to come to the conclusion of our life not just by waking state. It wants us to analyze each of our state, equal importance, not just the waking state. Waking state is one part of you, or you go through, you know, you are playing, you are playing as if different roles. And so one is during the waking state, another is during the dream state, and third one is during the deep sleep state, as if you are playing costumes. And deep sleep is when you are removing all the costumes, as if you have three different layers of costumes. And in waking, you are there with two different costumes. In dream, you are removing one of the costumes, so there are two costumes, as if. And in deep sleep, actually you are without the costume, but for the sake of how the grantha is presenting us, we will say there is one minor costume, because of which, although we become one with our nature, happiness, at that time we do not recognize that, oh, this is my nature. So there is a little bit veiling of our true nature. So uh, why did we discuss this? We discussed this to understand, to review again what was Satya and Mithya. Satya is that which can never be negated. Mithya is that which appears before us, but uh, or which may be useful to us, which may appear to be useful to us, but it is something that can be negated and which depends on something else for its existence, and for its satta and spurti, for its being, and for its awareness, for its existence and awareness. The thing that will that depends on something else is called mithya. Like this bottle is mithya because it is made up of plastic. Let us say it is made up of plastic. And so for it to be there, it is dependent on the plastic. So plastic is the cause. Right? So Satya Mithya, we also talked about Karya and Karana, cause and effect. Uh, Effect is changing, cause is unchanging, and effect depends upon the cause uh, for its existence and awareness, right? So this is this much we dwelt on Satya and Mithya. And in fact, we said you take anything in the world, a flower, a leaf, anything, a paper, and it will all come down to that whatever you are uh, coming across is not the ultimate truth. Mithya is what it may seem to be true, but if you examine a little more, you find it is a dependent reality, and so that is not the ultimate truth. It is there because of some other cause. So this Karya Karana Prakriya we also saw. So very important in Vedanta, fundamental pillar of Vedanta. Uh, you spend more time understanding this foundation of Tattvabodha and these principles of Karya, Karana, Satya, Mithya, and then all the Upanishad, etc., will become very easy. But this we have to be very clear, and whenever if you have doubt, then just let me know. Then we entered into Atma Kaha. So then Granthakara started with what is Atma. So then last time I was explaining this. There's a complicated definition. Before we enter that, I will give you a nutshell of what it is. What is Atma? We feel this is Atma. Is that Atma? What does the text say? स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण शरीरात् व्यतिरिक्तः पंचकोशातीतः सन् अवस्थात्रय साक्षी सच्चिदानंद स्वरूपः सन् यस्तिष्ठति स आत्मा. So three things, and then what Atma is not, that is first told. And then what is Atma? If Atma is not this, then what is Atma? Satchidananda Swarupaha. So the Granthakara wants us to dwell with with each of this fact, and we have to simultaneously, as the Granthakara is explaining, we have to do that process. Okay, स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारिण शरीरात् व्यतिरिक्तः. Who am I? I am different from the gross, subtle, and causal body. Okay, then I have to drop. If I am different from that, then I have to. Right now, I see myself as one with this gross body. This gross body is Pushti. Then, who is Pushti? The one who is teaching. Uh, who is teaching? Uh, the mind is teaching, intellect is teaching, who teaches, or the one who is identified with the ego. So that is the Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira, subtle body. So I am different from subtle body. I am not that. So I am not the teacher. Who am I? Am I the teacher? I am not the teacher. Uh, then Karana Sharira, that we will go into as the text will explain it. So I am different from this gross, subtle, and causal body. Then what? Panchakosha atitaha san. Then there are this different way of saying what is non-self. There is three different way of saying what is non-self, and this grantha is negating all of those, that you are not the gross, causal, subtle, and causal body. Then you are not panchakosha, so you are not the five sheets, namely the annamaya, the manomaya, the vijnanamaya, then the Anandamaya, Pranamaya, Anandamaya. You are not all of these sheets. We will go into the Grantha itself will speak. And then what about the Avastha? I'm the waker. Who am I? I, the Pushti, who is awake. I got a dream. I slept well. I'm awake. So, are you awake? Did you have a dream? Were you asleep? Who was asleep? So here the Grantha is telling Avasthatraya Sakshi. You are the Sakshi, you are the witness to all the three Avastha, meaning you are not the three Avastha. You are not the waker. You are not the dreamer. You are not the one who slept. You are the one who witnessed waking. You are the one who witnesses the dreaming. You are the one who witnesses the sleeping. So having said that, dropping all this, you are not the Annamaya, you are not the Pranamaya, through which we have this physiological activities and all the thirst, hunger, circulation, etc. happens because of what? Because of this prana. You are not that. You are not this body, Annamaya. You are not made up of this body, Manomaya. You are not. Uh, you are not a. You are not this mind, or you are not a modification of this mind. Uh, what about intellect? You are not a modification of intellect. Um, what about Ananda? Am I the experiencer of Ananda? Am I the experience of happiness? No, you are not even the experiencer of happiness. You are happiness. Sat Chit Ananda Swarupah San. Uh, what are you? That Sat Chit Ananda, meaning the limitless happiness which never ends, uh, which you are trying to search day in and out. That, that, that you are. That thing that you are being, you have been in search of, that entity, that infallible, in whose search you have been roaming around, that infallible you are. This is what the text wants to say. So this Atmakaha is said in nutshell. Now it will be expanded. Each of this word, what is gross body, what is subtle body, what is causal body, all of this, what is panchakosha, etc., that will be expanded. So quite a bit of the text will revel in this. So I will go ahead with what is stula sharira. So what is gross body? What is gross body? Technical definition. I will read the technical definition, but before we enter, I will explain what is gross body and what is causal body first. What is gross body and what is subtle body first. Then we will go through the technical definition. Then we will come to causal body. After understanding the simple version of the gross body and subtle body and the technical version of gross body and subtle body, then we will come to causal body. Okay, so I will first read Stula Shariram Kim. What is gross body? पञ्चीकृतपञ्चमहाभूतैः कृतं सत्कर्मजन्यं सुखदुःखादिभोग आयतनं शरीरम् अस्ति जायते वर्धते विपरिणमते अपक्षीयते विनश्यति इति षड्विकारवत् एतत् स्थूलशरीरम्. Gross body is that which is made up of Panchamahabhuta. What is Panchamahabhuta? The 5 elements. What are the 5 elements? Akasha, Vayu, Teja, Agni and Prithvi. So, space, then air, then fire, then water and earth. These are the Panchamahabhuta. These are the 5 elements. So what is our gross body made up of? Our gross body is made up of these 5 elements. This is the technical definition. What kind of 5 elements? Panchikruta. So they are special 5 elements. So there is something called Panchikruta 5 element, Panch Mahabhutaha and Apanchikruta. So the gross form of the 5 elements is called Panchikruta Mahabhutaha, and the subtle form of the 5 elements is called Apanchikruta Panchamahabhutaihi, meaning the Panchikruta Panchamahabhutaihi, meaning the gross 5 elements we can are available for us to experience, whereas the subtle 5 elements are not available to be felt. Okay, so that is the difference. And again, don't worry if you don't understand this Panchikrit Apanchikrit. It will become, the Grantha itself will explain the whole process in this Panchikaranam, which will come at a little bit later part. Right now, we just have to understand what? That our Sthula Sharira, meaning gross body, is made up of gross 5 elements. Simple? Gross body made up of gross 5 elements. How do we get this human body or this Sthula Sharira, gross body? Based on what? Based on what do I get this body? You get that body, and we don't get the body of a donkey or a monkey. Based on what? Uh, then it is said, Sat Karma Janya. It is on account of some good actions that we performed in past birth that we get such a embodiment. So based on our karma, uh, that decides what kind of embodiment, what kind of gross body will we get. Even if we get a human body, then is it a functional body or is it disabled body? Is it with some disorders, etc.? All of this is also some punya, that we are able to walk, that we are able to function properly, that we are able to think properly. All this is acquired, attained by some punya that we did in past lives. And so uh, when we have got such a valuable gift of a human body, which is a functional human body which can think, then what is our responsibility? It should be used for the best outcome as a human body that we can uh, the best outcome it can come up with. And what is the best outcome? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Should I go after Dharma? Should I go after Artha? Should I go after Kama? Maybe I've gone after it, but what should I go after? I should go after uh, the best thing I can achieve as a human. And what is that? Moksha. Each and every one of us are capable of attaining this moksha. Why? Because this is our swarupa. Every one of us. Even though we say that this grantha is to be told to those who are adhikari, who are eligible, all of us are adhikari. It is just a matter of developing that, few things where we may be weak. So, given that this physical body is subkarmajanyam, is acquired on account of lot of punya, it becomes our responsibility that we live a life intelligently in such a way that every day, every minute, we are walking towards that final goal of moksha, uh, that we are contributing, that we are serving the society, or that we are doing something to please Ishvara. Put it in a simple way, we are acting in a way to please Ishvara. That would be living intelligently. Um, so gross body is made up of 5 gross elements. It is Satkarmajanyam. It is acquired on account of lot of punya. And what is it? Bhoga ayatanam. What kind of bhoga ayatanam? Sukha dukkhadi bhoga ayatanam. It is the abode. Ayatanam means abode, house. It is the house or abode where we experience. Bhoga means all the enjoyments, etc., pleasures, etc., where we experience sukha, dukkha, etc., all the different kinds of uh, enjoyments or experiences. So this body, this shariram is what? Is bhoga ayatanam. What kind of bhoga ayatanam? Sukha dukkha adi bhoga ayatanam. This body is the abode or is the house in which, sitting in which we experience all the different kind of experiences. Simple. Uh, so and what else? Asti jayate vardate viparinamate apakshiyate vinashyati. This sharira goes through sixfold modification. What is it? It comes into existence, uh, then jayate, then it gets an identification, then it vardate, then it expands. You grow. You were first a infant, then you became a baby, 1 year old, 2 year, 5 year old. Then viparinamate, then you went through teenage, you know. Then apakshiyate, then again you started going through menopause. And then finally, one day will be vinashyati, your old age will degrade, etc. All then diseases, you get cold and then I have to cancel the class. So uh, all these things happen on at what level? At the level of the physical or gross body. So all this body, who is born? Gross body is born. Who grows? The gross body grows. Who changes? Who became teenage? The gross body. Who is going to apakshiyate, degrade or decline or get cold, diseases? The gross body. Who is going to die? The gross body. This should be clear. Who am I? I am stula shariram vyatiriktam. I am different from this gross body. So this Shadvikara, this sixfold modification happens what? Where? To this Stula Shariram. So although I told that I will tell the simple definition first and technical definition later, Bhagavan made me do this. So this happened. So now let me tell the simple definition. So we live in a house. So I live in a house. This is my house. Am I the house? I live in this house, you live in that house, I live in Ahmedabad, you also live in Ahmedabad, Sajni ji lives in Toronto, where New Jersey or Pennsylvania. We all live in a house. Are we the house? We clean the house. Are we the house? Um, if the house is dirty, are we dirty? We paint our house. Do we get painted? We repair our house. Is that repairing ourselves? We are very clear that the house, I am not the house. Although I do live in my house and I do repair it and I do paint it. Nothing wrong in it and we should do it. But we are very clear, I am not the house. So also I live in this body and Bhagavan has given us this body so that we can function through this body. But that doesn't mean I am this body. So this objectivity, now slowly we have to create. We have to understand that just as I'm not the house, so also see I am the one who is in the body. If I was the body, if I were the body, then I would always be the body. But that doesn't happen. Let us say if my one hand paralyzes, then am I paralyzed? And then how how we did with the flower, I can say, how we took a flower and I told, what is a flower? Is this petal a flower? Is this a petal a flower? Is this petal a flower? and I damaged. I ripped apart the whole flower. Which part of this thing is a flower? Isn't Didn't we find that what we call a flower is just a notion in our mind? Didn't we find that? And so also, what is body? Is this hand a body? Is this hand a body? If I rip apart this hand, will my body still be there? If I rip apart this hand, will it still be there? If I rip apart two legs, will it still be there? So at what point do we say the body is no more? You know, it's just a notion, some notion. Uh, Still, whatever notion we have that, okay, this is a body or this final core is the body, at least this core without which you cannot be alive is, let us say, a body. Even with that, um, does it always remain? Right now, you are in waking state. You went to dream last night. Did you went to dream with the same physical body? Was this physical body conscious? I think Sajni ji might have to go. Okay, that's okay, Sajni. You can leave. So, was this where am I? Was this physical body there in dreams, in dream state? No, it was not there. In deep sleep state. So how we lose, how that awareness, consciousness doesn't stay with us during the dream state and during the deep sleep state. So it's not that I am always with the gross body. What if I go in coma? The physical body is there, but am I? You know, is it there to speak with? The awareness is not there, right? But are you there? If somebody is in coma, then is that person there? The person is very much there. He may not, the person may not be aware that I'm there, but the person is still there.
Yeah,
And what about the physical body? It's just there,
it's there.
but uh, you know, uh, another example how that I am the awareness, and when that awareness is not in the physical body, you understand and you recognize that how you are different from that gross body. When you crack a joke,
Mm.
for that we need a joke. To experience that, we need a joke. But when we crack a joke, uh, so you can imagine the latest joke that you cracked and you laughed, and think about it how you forgot about your whole body, etc., your every being. You were just yourself at that time. All this,
Mm.
I am this body, I'm so and so tall, etc., all these notions, it went.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you are in this body, and still you are detached of the thought that you are the body. When you laugh, at that time you become free from all these notions. So are you the body? You are not the body. If you were the body, you would never become free from this idea that I am this body. So in this way and in many different ways, the Shastra teaches us that you are different from the body. And for that, Shastra shows us the different states of our mind. Waking, dream, and deep sleep are the states of the mind. The mind is awake. The mind goes for to in the dream state, and the mind goes has the deep sleep state. These are the states of the mind. If you analyze these states, then what do you experience? That the gross body is not there all the time, or uh, in the dream state, which we will also see when the avasthatraya sakshi, that thing comes. In the dream state, there is only subtle body. We don't take the gross body along with us in our dream. So that itself, and the same thing in the deep sleep state, we don't take our, gross body along with us in the deep sleep state. So in this way, we are made to understand how we are different from the body. We are the one uh, who experiences all the experiences while in this body.
We
This
are
way,
basically witnessing, right? We are seeing everything.
we are seeing. We
We
are
are seeing.
seeing, but in terms of, this gross body, uh, we are the gross body is said to be the bhoga ayatanam, like the house, like how we live in the house and experience everything. So also we live as if in this body and
Yeah.
experience all the sukha dukkha etc. So to experience all of our karma, experience all of our results of action, we need, a living being needs a body. Any living being, any jiva, needs a sthula shariram, a gross body, in order to experience any result of their past actions. And so they have this sthula sharira. And this sthula sharira is what? It is made up of Panch Mahabhuta. It is Sat Karmajanya. It is, based on your past punya, good actions, you get a particular embodiment, a good embodiment, an evolved embodiment, and this body goes through the sixfold modifications. So this is called Sthula Sharira. And that Sthula Sharira, are you that Sthula Sharira? You are not that Sthula Sharira. Why? Another rationale. Uh, did you see, or do you know, when you were an infant, 1 year old, you celebrated your 1 year old birthday? Yes. Uh, it's okay. You say, have you, do you have pictures of your 1 year old, you know, when you were 1 year old, how you celebrated your birthday? Did you see your pictures? Then perhaps 10 year old, then perhaps 15 year old. So aren't we all aware of all the different changes? I was so tiny when I was 1 year old. And then, hey, see how I look when I became 10 year old. And look, at 15, I was so golupolu. And then what happened when I became 20? Oh, and then 25, and then 30. But, okay, the childhood passed, the youth passed, and now what? I am entering a phase. Am I entering the phase? If I was uh, a child, I should have ever have remained a child. If I was the youth, I should ever have remained the youth. If I was, a mature adult, or I don't know, whatever, a 40-year-old. But that doesn't happen. It just comes and goes. But the thus the I who was there when I was 1 year and who was there when I was 5 years. and who was there when I was 10 years and 15 and 20 and 25 and 30 and 40 and whatnot. Does that
It's
change?
the same one. It's the same one. Yeah.
It is the same one. That means what? Even when we think in this manner, it just shows how I am different from the body. It is the
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
that keeps on changing, and I am the one who is seeing these changings, or who is sustaining or witnessing these changes. So, in this manner, what is Sthula Shariram? Sthula Sharira is the abode. It is like this house, uh, which becomes, abode for experiencing all the results of the action. Okay, so I think this is where we will end. Sukshma Sharira will be Karana, but we will take from here because there was a long gap. So I thought I will, but from next time we will study Sukshma Shariram.
नाउ ट्राई कि कोई गैप ना आए, फिर वो टेम्पो चला जाता है, वो
Yeah,
इंटरेस्ट आता है, फिर बीच में ये तो बहुत ही लंबा गैप था.
this was a big gap. Yeah, yeah.
तो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू,
Next
भगवान
Sunday
की
we will.
कृपा रहे और हमारी क्लासेस होते रहे.
Yes, yes, yes. Next Sunday we will meet.
ठीक.
Okay. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम्